you been told by your doctors that your condition is incurable, or do you suffer from chronic or progressive illness? If so, you've come to the right video because I'm going to share a simple and powerful formula that you can start to use right now, combining science and spirituality. Thousands of people have done this. Thousands of people have cured from that which is incurable. Now it's your turn. Hi, Adam here, and my job is to help you awaken. And learning how to heal yourself is a big part of awakening, especially when it comes to so-called chronic and incurable disease. Thousands of people have literally spontaneously healed themselves from cancer, gotten up from wheelchairs, healed MS and lupus, and a whole host of other so-called incurable conditions. I did this, and you can do this also. And this may sound a little bit like I'm bragging, but I can't think of a better way than to teach you how to do this than by citing my own examples. For now, I wanted to share with you my journey with chronic severe eczema that I had since an infant. And to give you an idea of how bad this was, sometime in the mid-90s, I saw the chief dermatologist at NYU Hospital, and he told me that I had the worst case of eczema he'd ever seen in all his decades of practice. There would be weeks that I would not sleep, literally, and I tried to the best of my ability to live a semi-normal life by smearing very strong topical steroids all over my skin and taking courses of prednisone to the point that my skin was paper thin. A minor scrape would turn into a major bleeding episode. My liver enzymes were starting to fail from all the medications, and it just wasn't working. But I found the formula. I cured myself. I haven't had a single steroid for 2 years. I'm 62 now, so 60 years of this, and I am cured. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the thumbs up button down below, somewhere down below, and that'll tell YouTube to share this with more people. And leave us a comment. Tell me what you think about the video, what your thoughts are, or anything that maybe I could help you with. I do read and respond to my comments. So what is disease? Or maybe I'll start out by saying, what is good health? When we are healthy, we're in balance with nature. We are one with spirit. We're not separated from who we truly are, which is spirit having a human experience. Our chakras are clear. Our meridians are clear. Energy flows through us unblocked and unobstructed. What disease is of the mind. Disease comes about when our energies get out of balance. Disease comes about through programming, through social conditioning, through false beliefs, believing that we're somehow disconnected from spirit and source. Spirit and source is the source of our health and well-being. When we disconnect from that, we start to develop disease over time. When we start to have unhealthy thoughts that we repeat over and over again. Thoughts are things, thoughts are energy. If you're firing cortisol and other hormone, adrenaline, out of balance, every time you have to talk to your boss or your spouse does something weird, or there's fear about a virus or whatever it is, you are slowly setting the seeds for disease. You are putting yourself out of balance. And when you start believing that you're less than worthy of being healthy, or less than worthy of good things in life, or less than worthy of greatness in your life, you put yourself out of balance, and the seeds of disease set in. If you like the video so far and you enjoy content on mediumship and the spirituality behind it, including self-healing, including law of attraction, then please subscribe to the channel. And if you hit the bell icon, then YouTube notifies you when I release new videos. So here's how I healed myself. This is the formula that I followed. Disease is of the mind. Disease is of energy. If you can balance the mind and energy, you can heal from virtually anything, or at least enjoy significant improvements, if not completely healing yourself. The way that I did it, it starts by developing presence, which starts by meditation. And I have a video I just released that you can check out on how to practice presence. When you start to become present, you start to become more aware of energy. And that's the key. Everything has energy. Everything vibrates. Everything has a rhythm. Everything has a frequency. There's a rhythm and frequency for health. When that rhythm gets distorted or disturbed, then you start to compromise your health. So once you start to develop presence, you start to feel energy. The next thing I did is I learned how to move energy through my body. And you can do that through your intention and through your breath. So we did some breath work also. It does take work to heal yourself. It's not a magic formula, it's a daily practice. It took me 3 years of practice. And I have to say, I started to heal. The moment my healing started was the moment I stopped being angry about my condition. And this is important, and I'm going to repeat this. The moment that I stopped being angry and resentful and in victim mentality about my condition is the moment that I started to heal it. And the interesting thing is when I made that resolution, I went outside to do some yoga, and for the first time in years, I wasn't even itching. It only was for an hour or two. And then Tom Petty's song, First Flash of Freedom, came right on the radio, and I knew that was a sign from Spirit. That's the first step. You can't be angry. You have to accept. You have to accept what's in the present moment, even if it's not comfortable. Once you meditate, once you get quiet and you start to feel energy, with your breath and intention, you can start to move energy through your body. And I started to do that. And you can practice things like Qigong or Tai Chi or different forms of meditation to teach yourself how to do this. But you can consciously move energy through the body to make yourself healthier, to clear unwanted negativity, to clear unwanted disease, to clear unwanted energies from other people, and so forth and so on. Next thing I did was affirmations. When we do affirmations, we reprogram our mind. Through my childhood and upbringing, I was programmed to be sick by society. Not on purpose, mind you, but we're all programmed to relinquish our power and to forget that we have the power to maintain very good health in our lives. And yes, some people get sick because it's a soul's choice, but the reason that happens is so you'll learn how to heal yourself, basically. So there's a lot of reasons that people do get ill, but that's part of it also. So the next thing that I did was I did a lot of shadow work. In other words, the shadows are the subconscious patterns and programs that sabotage our lives, our health, and our well-being. I have another video on shadow work also. The final part was understanding things about diet and nutrition, altering what I put into my body also. So getting healthy, there's a lot of different components, but it starts with the mind. That's the most important thing. And I did what's called the leaky gut syndrome diet because I felt intuitively, and other natural healers told me that eczema starts with the gut. Now, I also have to mention that I spent thousands and thousands with natural cures, different diets, gluten-free, vegan, this, that, and the other thing. Nothing really worked. I did the leaky gut syndrome diet. I had a little temporary relief. It went back. I did fasting. I had a little bit of temporary relief. The eczema came back. Once I started to change the programming, when I started to do the affirmation affirming that I am healthy, I am in perfect health the way Spirit and God intended. It took over 3 years, but I did it every day. Don't give up. Most people give up too soon. You have to do this every day, and you have to feel joyful about your process of life. And you have to accept and embrace your disease, because at the end of the day, your disease is your best teacher. So after a certain while doing the affirmation and doing all the other work, I did the leaky gut syndrome diet again, and that made a huge difference. There's a doctor named Dr. Josh Axe you can look up on the internet about leaky gut syndrome and stuff like that. But that's basically it. That's what I did. That's the formula. So meditation and presence, learning how to identify and work with energy and move energy through your body. You can learn how to do Reiki on yourself also. Working with affirmation and visualizations, visualizing my skin is perfect. I'm not itching, and feeling it with all my senses. Doing my subconscious shadow work and doing the right dieting with the formula that healed my eczema. It's not my eczema anymore. It's just eczema. And a few other things in my body also. So try it. You're worth it. You can be healthy. You can do this. And that's what I have for you today. So thank you, everybody, and to your very good health. Namaste, and I'll see you at the next video.